Fauci just said that the Delta COVID variant is literally our greatest threat to our attempt to eliminate COVID. That's right. He really feels that Delta is the thing that could throw us off our path to getting rid of COVID. Now, the good news, which I'll start with, is that our COVID cases nationally are down. Our COVID deaths are down. We're looking at numbers that we haven't seen since March 2020, which is awesome. But there's a lot of bad news about the Delta COVID variant. We're going to start with that. First of all, the Delta COVID variant is now making up 20% of all new cases in the United States. Guys, that's a big deal because at one point I was telling you, oh, it's 5% of new cases. Then I said it's 10% of new cases. Now it's 20% of new cases. In fact, that's 1 out of every 5 cases of COVID in the United States is due to this Delta COVID variant. Fauci has said that the prevalence of this has actually doubled in the last 2 weeks. Guys, that's a big deal. We know that this Delta COVID variant is seen around the world. It's in over 80 countries, right? You guys know that. It's predominant in Britain, over 90% of the cases there. It's been in India. But what we're seeing now is that even though in the United States, our cases are down, our deaths are down, what's happening is that a higher percentage of the cases that we have are now comprised of the Delta variant. You say, well, what's the big deal with that? Well, let's talk about the problem with the Delta variant, which I know, guys, you know about. We know it's more highly transmissible. We do think that it's likely, more deadly. At least some evidence suggests that's the case. This is what the CDC says. Yes, there's higher transmissibility. There's also a potential reduction in neutralization by some monoclonal antibody treatments. Also, there's a potential reduction in neutralization by post-vaccination sera. There's a number of reasons, in other words, why this Delta variant is not a good thing. Now, let's talk about the good news for just a moment, okay? The good news is that we know our vaccinations are effective against this variant, okay? Many of the vaccines that we have are effective against the Delta COVID variant. That is awesome news, right? Okay. And what we want with vaccination is we want at least 2 doses. I know I sound like a broken record. I've said this before, but I'm going to keep saying it because it's super important. You want two doses. Let's go back to some more bad news, though. The problem with that is that there are a number of states that really have low vaccination rates. Guys, you know if you live in a state where there's not many people vaccinated. You know if you're one of the people that are not vaccinated. That is a problem because the Delta variant is a particular risk to those who are not vaccinated. Not only that, for those of you who are under the age of 30, guys, now I'm speaking to you in particular, to your parents. If your parents are watching this, people under 30 are not getting vaccinated like they should. I'm talking to you, my young friends. I need you to get vaccinated. And I think, I'm seeing news reports and I'm seeing different reports. It's almost as though some people, particularly in the age group, just feels like it doesn't matter. It's if they get COVID, it's not a big deal, that they're protected already, that it's, I guess enough other people have gotten protected. Is that what people think? I don't know. Guys, you have to get vaccinated. Because remember, this Delta COVID variant is no good. I read all of this bad news leading up to this point. The biggest risk this Delta COVID variant is to those who are unvaccinated, which right now we are seeing pockets of people in certain states and regions. We are also seeing younger people under the age of 30 that are not getting vaccinated like they should. This is the thing. Right now, our COVID cases and COVID deaths in the United States are lower than they have been most of the year, right? Since March 2020, which is awesome. But as every day goes on, there's a higher percentage of those cases that is due to the Delta COVID variant. So the question then becomes, is that actually going to translate into a surge of more cases, right? Instead of just having a higher percentage of the cases we have with COVID being from the Delta variant, are we actually going to start seeing more cases, period? That is a risk, a potential concern in places that have unvaccinated pockets, in people under 30 who are not getting the vaccine in other places. So this is why I say this video is filled with lots of bad news, but also some good news. The good news is that there are things that we can do about this, and that is to get vaccinated. Please do not blow this message off, and please do not think that this does not apply to you. I know a lot of you who watch my videos, I'm preaching to the choir. Many of you feel the same way that I do, but I'm hoping I'm also speaking to those who don't feel the way I do. I'm hoping that you think critically about getting vaccinated, that you talk to your doctor or whoever you need to talk to feel comfortable about this. Understand that this Delta COVID variant is nothing to play with, and we want us all to be safe. Guys, I'm Dr. Jen Caudle. Please share this video with other people. If you've not subscribed to my channel, I invite you to do so. I'll click the little bell for updates. I'll be back soon with more videos.